About to start. Hunky, my wonderful admin. Bilingual. I made sure to get a bilingual admin. Are you impressed?
What really is his other language?
It's Korean.
Oh, okay, good, yeah.
What else? He speaks Portuguese and
yeah, he
English.
could have been like, well, you just said he's bilingual. Maybe he speaks Spanish, and I'm like, great.
Sure.
Where's Major in this tournament?
He played day 1.
I saw that he advanced, didn't he?
Yeah, first in his group actually. He absolutely destroyed Pol.
Yeah.
2-0. Yeah, it wasn't even close, and that was after beating him like 3-0 in a tournament like the previous day.
Not bad. Not a bad day's work.
Not bad at all. Spawning in at the bottom right, we have INnoVation up 1-0 in this series, possibly playing for placement in the group. If these two are the ones that happen to make it out, which I believe most people would agree, our favorite two. And in the top right from Team Liquid, we have the eOnZerG Snute.
Positions on the map are a lot better. Of course, Snute would prefer that INnoVation is cross map, like bottom left in this case, but you'll notice that third is close-ish, but not nearly as close, so it should be okay.
For sure. I actually
and you have a ramp up into it.
I played this map one time when it came out, and on the do you have it set to my vision right now?
I can. Let me do that. Yes.
I played this map one time, and I got elevated all day in this area.
Oh.
And then I downvoted that map immediately after and never played it again.
It's a good map.
Yeah. It seems like a good map. I got really mad when that happened, though. But, regardless, here's a build we haven't seen in a long time. Proxy 2 racks in the middle of the map.
Yeah, I like it.
I wonder how... if Snute is going to try to play this extra greedy. Well, no, I guess he really can't. Because it's... you can't really do, like, 3 hatch before pool against Terran, because if they make the Reaper, you kind of just lose instantly.
This is... it's been changed to, like, a 3-player map. You can't be top right, top left, or bottom left, bottom right. But even so, on a large map like this, where you know your opponent is, on the bottom half of the map, I don't know that you're naturally thinking, well, he'll be proxy raxing me. Of course, from this position, INnoVation, even not knowing that Snute is top right, you'll notice this is damn near equidistant from the two, if not exactly. In fact, I wouldn't put it past INnoVation for that to be pixely perfect. But he's going to pull up here and not see a natural. I know he's top right. So it's kind of interesting because this is a map where you might naturally think you won't get proxy racks, or you actually will think you will get proxy racks because you know where your opponent is.
So Snoot's Overlord is actually about to wander into INnoVation space. I'm pretty sure he can tell by the SCV count. He'll know instantly that he's getting proxy racks, but unfortunately he hasn't seen anything yet.
Gas goes down immediately. That's natural, but it's nice.
Oh shoot, he pulled back. Was he able to...
he's saving larva a little bit. Is this for lings? Okay, there's a couple of lings. Queen started immediately. So he now knows, obviously.
Yeah, well, even at this, you don't actually know yet until you see the Marines, because it could just be a bunker for a Reaper. Terrans were doing that for a little bit. I don't know how common. It's not as common, but I mean, once he sees his Marines, for sure.
Minimal SCV pull, by the way. And what happens when it's a minimal SCV pull is it's all about the defense, because INnoVation is not all in with this at all. So if this hatch dies, if 20-some-odd lings die, like those are all signs of GG for Snute, because INnoVation is not all in with this. And it's looking hard. The first bunker completes, the second one's walling this off. It's probably going to complete as well. Tough. Whoa, almost a nice round there for Snute. But he's going to pull back. He's going to bide his time. He's got a spine crawler nearing completion. Oh, that hatch is dying so fast, though.
I mean, there's no way he saves it. I think the spines are just to play macro game in his main. He can't save this hatch. Manages to pick off SCV, which is nice.
He can't save it, you're right. Yeah, so he now knows that. He actually stopped mining gas in his main, so he'll just do like the ling run-by thing. But INnoVation can actually wall this off. When that creep recedes, with this hatch dead now, he can actually fully wall off with another bunker right there in between.
That's interesting, I did not know that.
That's going to be pretty sick.
But the spine crawlers are down at the bottom, so...
yeah, there's speed. Yeah, he'll be able to get past this. Is he all in, you think? I mean, there's already a depot wall off inside the main for the Terran. He's going to add a factory here as soon as he gets enough gas. Tough cookies. Tough
yeah,
cookies.
I'm not sure I mean, the worker count is fairly even-ish. Oh man, INnoVation is going to follow this up with, I don't know if it's going to be like some kind of a Hellion Cloak Banshee. I mean, he took both those gases before making his next
even the
command
CC
center.
before factory.
Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen here. I'm not sure how INnoVation follows this up. I imagine it would be some kind of tech build to drop both those gases. Tyrant players would know better. That's a lot of Marines. I'm actually surprised to see INnoVation not try to like poke around with these Marines more. Spine crawlers are actually deceptively weak, deceptively strong, and that they're pretty good, but when you got like 30 Marines, they can like stutter step them in like 3 or 4 shots, and you don't expect them to die that fast.
Yeah, they die pretty quick. But INnoVation's going to pull back and just defend, and it's the safer choice. Snute did not opt all in, which is good if you're a Snute fan. In fact, he takes a very fast third. And, you know, while you were correct, those spine crawlers are not the most powerful thing in the world. 3 of them are enough against this halted 2 barracks production. Like you'll notice, they don't have stim. It's just 16 Marines. And INnoVation right now, the bad news for him, if there is any, he's taking a 3rd CC. That's not it, but I was just saying that, I guess. Yeah. Is that he doesn't know if Snute is outside his base making 40 Banelings and looking to attack, or, you know, how he's reacting, I guess, is the short end of it. But what Snute's doing is just kind of double expanding, getting a Baneling nest so that he has some way of responding in case those Marines walk out. But otherwise, he's probably going to drone up to infinity and beyond.
Yeah, I think, and I think despite what happened, I think the positions are pretty evenish here. Snute's,
not bad.
Yeah, Snute's drone count is okay, 33. That's going to start to shoot up pretty soon. You see 6 drones in production. He did get that 3rd done. The spines are actually kind of nice to defend against harass. They can be used later for a little bit of stuff.
I wish he would have sold it a little bit better, that he could be outside his base. Like, he poked up once with the lings.
Yeah, just use the lings, and just even like something that's like really kind of mean is you leave the lings at the bottom of the ramp in view of the depot. Yeah. Because then the Terran like doesn't really know like what's this asshole doing, you know?
Right. Is he trying to lure me out? Is there more out there?
Or can you only see like 2 or 3 and the rest are morphing into Banelings? Like.
Yeah. But INnoVation, in his star sense, he looks at this and he just knows, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, he never made any bunkers. He's just going Hellions right now. He made a Viking to go hunt Overlords, but, like, he just somehow knows that Snute's not going to do that, which is incredible because he hasn't scanned. He wasn't scouting with, like, a Reaper or something like that. He just knows.
The only thing that kind of worries me about the way, and again, like I said, I was excited for this because I want to see how Snute does ZBT now. It seems like he's so late on his gas stuff. Like, he's very, very, very late on taking a lair. I know that this game opened up a little bit unconventionally, but even the last game, he was really.
Well, he's got 1-1 on the way.
Yeah,
that's the exchange. If he didn't have 1-1, then I would fully agree with you, but...
But, I mean, we're at 10 minutes and 20 seconds, and no lair even started. That means no Baneling speed for so long. No mutas.
It's a different kind of game, though. It is 10 minutes, but the time is different because...
A little bit,
INnoVation doesn't have stim either. I mean, think about that. We're about 11 minutes in, he doesn't have stim. He's going to have it in, 30 seconds, but it's just a different game because of that opening. And even a 4th base. Now, 4th base before lair, that's a little bit odd.
Yeah,
this might be Snute getting too greedy again.
This isn't, I don't think this is late lair. I think this is like a different, he's doing like some different stuff. This is like some mass lane playstyle kind of stuff. Obviously, this isn't going to be, well, I say obviously, I don't actually know. I'm going to say this isn't like a muta-centric play, at least not for the early game, because this lair is going to be so late. Yeah, the Spire's going to come so late. So, I mean, if the mutas do come out, they're going to be like a lot later than what we normally see.
Make use of the Tay macro hatch, by the way. This is good. I like that.
Lots of drones, workers for Snute. 76 workers to 43 supply. The army supply, though, which I can bring up somehow.
Yeah, and medevacs are out now, too. This is going to be tough. There's so many frickin' Hellions.
Yeah, like...
10.
And see, I don't like this. How do you defend with Banelings? Banelings without speed are so bad. They're so bad.
Yeah.
I'd almost rather just have the lings.
They'll be on creep. That's
Maybe.
something.
Yeah, I mean, the creep's going to take a while to recede here. INnoVation sims right in. We've got lots of Banelings in production, 11 more in production, but the Hellions running forward, trying to snipe the Banelings. The Banelings get some okay-ish. It's better than I would expect. INnoVation not really watching too much. Maybe doesn't care. I don't know. Hellion
It's just not enough. He gets the Marines. That's nice. Well, actually, a couple connections. Yeah, Snute's doing it, man.
Yeah, Snute held it off pretty well. Few drones going down here. 14 workers killed for INnoVation, which isn't terrible. I feel like INnoVation could have stutter step micro there. Maybe he doesn't because it's the latency. I'm not sure.
I think that's where the latency kicks in a little bit. He is fighting on creep as well.
Yeah,
which is just, it's going to be rough, but that's a hold by Snute. That's not bad.
Definitely not bad. I would have expected that to do a lot more damage. Again, maybe, I don't know if it's latency things or he didn't care, but he didn't really micro that attack at all. He just kind of stood and then sat there.
There's still, you know what? Actually, a case can be made. It depends on the day, but there's actually, like Snute's playing from Europe. That's typically a worse connection to NA than Korea to NA. So, I think it was just that he fought on creep, and it's kind of hard to do.
Maybe, yeah, sure. He maybe not even bothered.
INnoVation, by the way, too. Like he has phenomenal micro, but when you think about like the sickest of 6-city splits, as Tasus would say, you don't necessarily always think of INnoVation. Like I actually I can picture a lot of moments where his units kind of just don't give a fuck and they do die. But the thing is, his macro is just insane, and and he has good enough micro, obviously. But I don't think he's necessarily the best splitter on the planet.
Micro. Yeah, it's really reminiscent. I say reminiscent of Major. Really, Major is more reminiscent of INnoVation, and that Major plays very similar. His macro is so good, and he's so good about taking lots of bases, getting that economy, pumping out tons of units. But his micro isn't bad, but it's not something he's like known for, you know.
Here's that parade push. Baneling speed is not... Okay, it's about to finish, actually. This is just in time. There we go.
Baneling speed is done. 8 more banelings being morphed. We've got attacks coming in from both sides. Nice pickup by INnoVation there.
Oh my god, that pickup.
Doesn't actually lose as much as he could have.
No. That was a really good exchange for INnoVation. Like, this attack is so far being held, obviously, and the Widowmine's dying is not great, but so many banelings just detonated there for almost 0 connections, and the connections that they did make were on Marines, which are obviously non-gas units, so INnoVation is starting to chip away at Snute, and we're in for the long haul. Here comes the grind.
Finally, 8 mutas coming out, so Snute can actually... Oh god, this is the elevator! Oh, and these elevator attacks are actually going to be even more brutal with the Widowmine buff. Needs to be really careful all these banelings don't get hit by them!
Oh, nice.
They don't, okay.
Trigger the Widowmine, gets the wrong target. Good split there from INnoVation.
That was a great split by INnoVation.
A lot of these medics are low in health, so if this fight does turn south, and there's a lot of units up here starting to brew. INnoVation, by the way, okay, there. His units are starting to reinforce. There's going to be a bit of a lull here, though, and I'm kind of worried for INnoVation. Unless nothing
that second army is on its way. I don't know. I'm actually worried for Snute if that second army gets all the way. Oh, but Snute running around just trying to flank the army? I don't know if I like it, though. I think there's a lot of reinforcements here that maybe Snute wasn't expecting to be quite as many. It loses even more banelings.
He went against the ZerG Bible, which is you never fight off creep, man.
Yeah.
Like, it looked nice for a second, but...
But then he remembered halfway through. But creep. Nice pickup.
Nice. It gets that medevac full of units.
Yep, good on Snute. I want to see him pick off these medevacs, please. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Very nice.
That Widowmine. My god. Yeah, he's doing okay. He's equal-ish in supply. He's at that 4th base. Yes, he's kind of having a tough time holding it, but the 4th base is what really allows him to constantly afford this. Look at his money. He's got 800 minerals, 1,100 gas. Now this is good. He's getting
off the reinforcements. Very important.
Oh, he's bleeding units out here a little bit, but...
Yeah, a little bit. Keep in mind that while this is all going on, too, it's nice that Snute is fighting this fight over a 4th instead of a 3rd. You know?
Ooh, counterattack. That was kind of a weird choice.
Again, fighting off creep. It always seems good in theory, as ZerG. You're like, I can do it, but... I don't know. Doesn't work out for me. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I want to see this get cleared off so we can start mining that 4th again. He's got 77 drones. So many workers. He wants to be mining that 4th. Oh god, those mines! Oh, it's so close. No! Ah! Not a good feeling.
No.
15
His
mutas
meter
killed.
count now is really low. He's dipped down 20-ish in supply from where he was at.
Yeah, only 4 mutalisks. Although INnoVation, I was going to say stop reinforcing, but here comes the next batch of units are on the way. Snute might be able to finally clean up what's down here, but it doesn't even look like he's able to. And INnoVation already arriving with a second contingent. Well, second, more like 5th or 6th. 3 upgrades started as well. That's
the really big problem. Snute's upgrades have halted. He does not have a hive. He's not going for a second Mutalisk upgrade. And when 3-3 kicks in, it's lights out. If we even get there. INnoVation, you talked about this, Destiny. You were like, this elevator crap is really ridiculous. And here it is.
Never play this map again. I'm sorry, Snute. Hopefully INnoVation wasn't listening to the cast, because I'm sure he does. Listens to Destiny all the time for strategy.
Yeah, he has. He's probably in your chat just smashing faces
right now. Going over VODs. How does Destiny lose ladder games so I know how to beat Snute? I'm sure he was looking at it on a Samsung sponsored HTC phone or whatever.
You know, this is pretty good. Yes, it's off free, but he made some really good connections there. He just doesn't have enough mutas, though.
Yeah.
If he had like 10 more mutas and could finish off these fights when it gets to low unit count like this, it would be really good, but he just lost too many to mines earlier on.
Yeah, for sure. Only 8 mutas now. What a sad number. 22 mutas killed this game.
Yeah.
INnoVation, does he have his 4th started? Not yet, I don't think.
Oh my god. Yeah, this might be the final push right here. Too many Banelings died. GG is called out, and INnoVation takes it 2-0. That last game was a lot more exciting and fun and kind of lived up to the hype, but unfortunately, I mean, from the very beginning, I like Snute's response to getting 2 racks, but it just felt like INnoVation was always ahead. He was never in danger.
Yeah, for sure.
Know what I'm saying?
I mean, I agree. Even though Snute was entering like a pretty good spot in terms of economy, it's not like he was like pulling really far ahead.
Right.
Yeah, that's... I don't know, that hurts. I don't like watching elevator games. But I mean, you're right, it was more exciting than the first one, where Snute just kind of straight out died to that first push. It seems like this matchup, I mean, ZVT is something that I've said for a long time, and I'm sure most people say it and agree with it, that it's really snowballing match. As soon as you lose like that first batch of like 6, 7, 8 mutas, it's like, you don't really have enough to kill the medevacs anymore. You don't have enough to deal with the elevator stuff. The big thing that I found when you're dealing with the elevator stuff is like you can't play with it. You have to just like get your army together and just fucking go for it. Just like, I need to kill all of this shit. Even if you lose doing it, if you keep trying to play the games on the cliff, the Terran is always going to trade cost effectively, especially against somebody as good as INnoVation who was picking his units up so well. So, yeah. But Snute never really having enough to do that, unfortunately. So Snute falling 0-2 to INnoVation there. Snute, that means Snute will be 1-1 in series score, 2-2 in map scores, and INnoVation will go up 1-0 in series scores, and 2-0 in map scores. We're going to take a look at our pretty group scores screen, where Betrayus' name is spelled horrendously. I'm very sorry.
And Indominus is not even pictured.
And Indominus, this is the most unprofessional.
This is right up there with Todd's attire and just general professionalism yesterday, to be honest.
Well, we're going to take a longer break this game so I can go grab my wife beater, I guess.
I'll just do shirtless, to be honest with you. Just to up the ante.
Oh, somebody tweeted at me the show I was talking about, Pirates of the Dark Water.
That was a show?
That was the show name. They linked the intro. We're going to be back in a few minutes while we set up the next match, which is actually going to be, I think, the scheduled group for INnoVation versus Betrayus. Ugh. After watching Snute lose to INnoVation really hard, I don't feel for Betrayus here. That's got to be a rough.
It'll be tough. It's possible though. You know that math doesn't work out. It's not like, well, Snute's better than Betrayus, and Betrayus lost hard, and Snute lost hard, so that means INnoVation wins twice as hard here. Yeah. Not necessarily.
I like that
from
math,
down
though.
under, mate. He got tricks.
I kind of like that math. I kind of like that math because if you follow like the degrees of winning, you're the best player in the world. If you follow it right, you know, like, well, I beat this one guy, and one time on ladder, he beat that one dude, and that guy beat him in Code A, and then that guy went on to win Code S. So technically,
back in the day when Infestor Bruler was super strong, didn't you beat like MKP on ladder or something like that? So technically,
dude, when that shit was strong, I beat fucking everybody. I beat Bomber in a series, Start Tail Ace, I annihilated Puzzle. I was the original Patch Zerg. Before there was even a thing called Patch Zergs. I was Patch Zerging it up. But anyway, we're gonna take a quick like 3 or 4 minute break, and then we're gonna hop back into INnoVation versus Betrayus. All of you Kiwi heads out there gonna be cheering hard. I don't think that's offensive, is it? And then all of the Korean guys out there, and a lot of American and European players will be cheering for INnoVation. We'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Don't go anywhere.